everybody. We're here in Koreatown, Los Angeles. I'm so impressed because these are just regular citizens. And this is Jane, who I first connected with. And tell me why you're doing this.
I'm doing this because I live and work in Koreatown. There are a lot of homeless people here. Each time we go out, there's more than 100. The total count is like 400 or something like that, over 300. And every time we go out, there's so much appreciation for the food and water and just human connection. So.
But you have a normal job. This isn't like you're not a social worker. You're not, LASA. You're just a normal person wanting to help homeless people in your community.
Yeah.
That's strange. It's awesome, but more people need to do this.
I think it's just the right thing to do. They're our neighbors and they need help.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And how did you start?
I started about a couple months ago, over 6 weeks ago. It was in response to the protests against the Koreatown shelter that emerged in May. And we believe that Koreatown needs a shelter. So me and a few groups of people, we counter-protested. And since then, we've just been organizing in support of our homeless neighbors and in support of the shelter. And we're able to get a lot of people in the community who really care about this issue together. And we're doing weekly outreach now.
And oh my gosh, you got serious chicken salad and wipes and waters and sandwiches and dog food. How do you know all this stuff? You're not homeless service providers.
Just from going out and talking to people and seeing what they need. Like we've came across a couple encampments that have dogs, and they would appreciate dog food.
Now, you've been trying to connect some people to services here.
Yeah.
With no luck.
It's been really difficult. Challenging, and I think part of it is because we're so inexperienced. So we're just scrambling, trying to talk to people who are more experienced and see if they could refer us to some people. So it's really messy. We're trying our best to connect to people, but the response isn't it's not quick enough.
It's not you. It's not. It's the system is broken. I know I used to see the same thing when I first started because I would assume that people got help, and I was an outreach case manager, so my job was to help people, and I couldn't help them. And then like your third or fourth year, you start making deals like with MASH, how Radar used to make deals with people, and you'd say, well, if I place this family in your shelter, I'll take that family, and it just, the system is broken. It's just don't think it's you, that you're inexperienced. Just got to keep on fighting.
These are already pre-made hygiene kits for women.
Yeah.
Take that, and I'll take the rest of this. And then toilet paper we should.
So tell me who you are and what are you doing here.
It's up close and personal.
Yeah.
My name's Steve. Here to help out our friends in the community.
Now, how'd you start?
Once the homeless shelter got proposed, we didn't like how the rest of our community was so anti-shelter. So we decided, hey,
tampons have different sizes.
we're gonna do what we can to help the community, and however we can, because we want to show everyone that Koreans do care about the homeless. We care about everyone within the community, so that's why we're here.
And now you're going out helping people.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
But you're not social workers.
Nope.
Just citizens.
Yep. Nowhere near being a social worker.
More people should do this. So,
Definitely.
Our friend Joe, he's been living in K-Town for 11 years.
Homeless?
He had an apartment for 11 years, and then he got evicted.
Oh my gosh.
So he's now living across the street from where he used to live.
Wow. And you're saying he has a cat?
He has a cat. He loves his cat. He even has a tattoo of the cat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we should get water.
You'll like him. We met this one man. He needed some eye drops because his eyes were really red and itchy. So we were able to bring him some eye drops the next week, and he was so grateful. So I think just it's the small things that really help, that really touch people.
It's the listening that's so important. I was in Boston, and I'm walking around, and all the homeless people had packets of oatmeal, unopened packets of oatmeal. And somebody had walked around, and they have good intentions, and they gave out packets of oatmeal. They didn't give a microwave, water, a bowl to cook it in, or a spoon. They just naturally assumed that this is something that homeless people would be able to use and eat. Where the difference is, you guys are listening, you're asking questions, and you're finding out what those needs are. And that's amazing. Do you know how often outreach comes out here?
You mean like the professional outreach?
Yeah.
So of all the people that we've talked to, they've said that they have never had any professional outreach come to them.
Ever.
Ever.
Wow. Ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and another thing that's problematic with that is because right before the encampment sweeps, where LAPD and sanitation, take all of their stuff and clean the area, they're supposed to have LASA outreach workers come by like 3 times before the sweep happens to make sure that...
And they're not doing that?
They're not doing that.
So the police are coming and sanitation are coming, moving people, and there's no support prior.
Yeah.
Because
They're not coming out at even once?
No. See, the thing is, there's the last count, there's 53,000 homeless people. There's really probably 70 or 80,000. And there's no way with the current resources and the bureaucracy that LASA, and they're working their guacamoles off, can handle everything.
Another problem with the whole, the social workers and officials reaching homeless people is that sometimes they're undocumented and they're really afraid of talking to anyone, and so they will try to disguise the fact that they are homeless so that they can avoid talking to people. For example, I met this one 22-year-old mother with her 18-month baby on the streets, and she was really reluctant to talk to me until I told her that I'm just a concerned neighbor. I'm not affiliated with any agency or anything, and I gave her like a pack of wet wipes, and that's when she was willing to talk to me and tell me that she wanted to go into a shelter. But otherwise, she never would have, admitted that she was homeless or that she was undocumented. That day when we found the mother and the baby, her tent mate had gotten assaulted and her phone stolen. We found her tent mate bleeding on the ground.
We're here in Koreatown, and Joe bought baby clothes for one of the other people that comes out here that just had a baby.
She's the tiny Rose.
She was just born yesterday.
Oh my goodness. So cute.
So you got a gift for the baby?
A couple of them.
Oh,
Now why?
so cute.
Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean why?
Why?
What do you mean? What do you mean why?
What brought you to
That's
want?
just me. That's just,
This is so amazing.
That's just me. I mean,
Yeah.
This is so adorable.
This is awesome.
Oh my God, she's.
No.
I mean, they helped me out. I mean, I should have got some more.
Wow.
but-
That's very cool, Joe.
This is so cute.
Oh, I love doing things like that.
Is this for newborn? But I don't know what that means. I just from the phone call realized.
So
that
you're
it's gone.
advocating too for the contacting police and everything?
Yeah.
You're like a super outreach worker, and you're not even an outreach worker.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because like I don't have an official position, so I can just do whatever. Like if people need something, I'll just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So I don't need permission from anyone. I've been also giving out these Know Your Rights flyers. So if the police comes, people will know what their rights are and what kind of bulky items they can keep, what the protocol is. So yeah, and they do not follow protocol at all. They're supposed to not throw away people's things. So now I'm like pressuring the city council members, council President Wesson and his staff to look into this, try to track down Joe's things, because Joe's.
You lost your things when they came?
About a couple weeks ago, I was out helping a friend move. I came back, the cops took everything in my tent, my heart medication, my contacts, a lot of stuff I can't get back, Jezebel stuff, so.
So then is there any ability to get back your stuff?
I lost it.
No.
So for everyone, they just,
It was about like 400.
And she's advocated.
and that's what's so horrible. It's like that's your
I mean, all my clothes, my medication.
Yeah.
I mean.
Being the worst part is like your medication, her food, her stuff, like everything you like take care. I mean, that's awful.
Yeah.
But police don't think about that at the time. They don't think what you have valuable. They just think that
They got to clear the sidewalk.
well, a lot of people
It's
got
trash.
junk. So exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
Do you know if there are any social workers present at that time? Okay, and have there been any social workers that came out to you before the sweep happened?
No.
Okay, no?
Your friends has been by videotaping quite often.
The USC students?
The USC is here. Really cool people.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But no workers, no outreach workers.
The legal aid lady was here. We sat down and talked.
Yeah, so she's...
The other day, she's really cool too.
Shayla.
Yeah.
She's
So we went
not
at the
a
meeting.
outreach worker,
But
though.
No, but no,
no workers like that to come out.
no outreach ever.
No. All right. Well, just these guys.
She's showing Joe the design of the shelter that's coming into Koreatown.
Community gardens, that's really exciting.
Wow.
Vertical edible gardens, that's the most exciting.
Yeah.
Vertical edible garden. That's a good band name.
Yeah, vertical edible gardens. I'm really excited for that. So obviously they're mindful that people are going to have pets.
We stopped at one tent encampment, went around the block. We're here at another.
We'll try to get that from that.
Jane shares about how volunteering to help her homeless neighbors has changed her.
Well, I've always noticed homeless people around Koreatown, but I didn't think that it was my place to intervene or like it. I just don't have the experience, so I thought I shouldn't be.
But now?
But now I realize that the city is not doing it, so I'm going to do it.
Awesome.
So here at this encampment is Diane. Well, a few weeks ago, that's when I met Diane. I found her bleeding on the ground because she had just been assaulted and someone stole her phone.
Homeless people often feel invisible. Tangible social interaction can make a world of difference. The team stops at another homeless camp to get food and water. You bringing more stuff?
Yeah. I guess they got you, so we'll see you a little later.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're almost out of food. We're actually out of food. Got a little bit of water left. Got some hygiene stuff. That's about it. Okay.
It's gonna take a little while. Can I get 2 more of those? Yeah, for sure. You want some bananas?
I don't know if anyone's here. Just leave some water.
You know why? It's a real hot day, and that, yeah, I was thinking about like.
We're driving around trying to find new people, and there's a older woman around the corner, look very vulnerable, grabbing supplies, and then going to see if we can help her.
Want to toss the rest of those in here?
Homeless camps on the sidewalk are now common throughout Los Angeles. There are tents, people living on the streets, on mattresses, all over Los Angeles. All over. Jane receives a text from another volunteer about a homeless woman that needs medical attention.
The only thing she can do is go to downtown into the Missions.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, I'm not sure where else she can go.
So there's nobody to call.
No one that I'm aware of personally.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that there isn't anyone, but
There isn't anybody.
I mean, the only other thing, I guess, depending on how bad her foot is swollen, is, go to the hospital.
We are checking on a disabled elderly woman with a swollen foot, and it sounds like she's willing to go into a shelter tonight. So I'm contacting Mel, see if what he can do for us.
Because of the large numbers of homeless people, homeless services are overwhelmed and cannot respond. Instead, Jane reaches out to Mel, the founder of the She Does movement. This homeless woman, her foot needs medical attention. It's not urgent enough to call 911, and this is Los Angeles. Calling 911 for a swollen foot, and it's infected. It's bad. You're not going to see a response. However, there's nobody else to call. Now, Los Angeles County has an app. We could put her information into the app. Chances are, now they've put other people into the app and nobody showed up in 5 days. So chances are, by the time workers got out here in a week or a couple of weeks, if they came out at all, this woman even wouldn't still be here. And this is not a slam on service providers. Oh my gosh, LAHSA does an amazing job, but there's 70, 80,000 homeless people out here. Los Angeles County is huge. LAHSA is trying to cover it all. I mean, it's not a slam on LAHSA. It's the truth of how the crisis of homelessness continues to get worse in Los Angeles. Los Angeles needs a crisis response. Flat out. You would see after an earthquake, National Guard, FEMA, whatever it takes. I mean, there's homeless people on every block, every place you look now. And the current response, and Los Angeles is doing better than they ever have, but it's not enough. So if there is not a crisis response, like you would see after a hurricane, an earthquake, where you just put all the resources in, triage it, get all these people the help they need immediately, you're going to have luxury high rises and then homeless tent cities on every street.
That would make her rather sleep on the street.
She seems so sweet.
Yeah.
But she's so harmless.
Yeah. She totally takes care of herself. See, like, she had her nails were like perfect. She was like, you know what I mean?
Tell me what you thought of all this. What'd you...
Oh, boy. What a wide and complex problem this is, And this is just people getting just put down the drain, man. It's like this kind of shows like how we don't treat each other equally, you know what I mean? The fact that all these people are living on the streets, And so it's just an illustration, and we choose not to see it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the takeaway.
Yeah, well, like Jane was saying, she didn't see them. And then all of a sudden she woke up, and now she's...
Yeah, that's all.
We need everybody to wake up.
Yeah, it's totally true.
Jane.
Hi.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming along.
It was so awesome seeing you in action. You're like just...
A ninja?
No, just so passionate about helping people.
Yeah.
If other people here in Los Angeles want to support what you guys are doing, maybe come join you sometime, how do they find you?
You can go on our Facebook at Shelter Koreatown.
Okay, and you're also on Twitter, I think.
Yeah, it's also at Shelter Koreatown. You can email us at shelter4allkoreatown@gmail.com.
Okay, and what would you say to other people who don't work in social services or have a connection to homelessness, but want to take action with help homeless people in their neighborhood?
You shouldn't be afraid to do it. I mean, everyone out there, I'm sure, appreciates water, a sandwich, some wet wipes. Yeah, so just go for it.
Just do it and listen and learn.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching this vlog. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and support us on Patreon. It's through your donations that we're able to tell these stories. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.